So with everything in the WNBA season last year, we kind of forget that in the middle of June, there was a third player that was still in the Rookie of the Year race, and it was Cameron Brink. Like, Cameron Brink was obviously, look, she was not top two. She was more so than anything third in the Rookie of the Year race. But it's been very, very interesting to see. And she's kind of been forgotten. And if you are a fan of Sparks, it's looking good. It's looking pretty good for next season. It's looking like Cameron Brink is going to come back even better. And Cameron Brink is, if we're talking about young players in the WNBA, if we're talking about redraft, Cameron Brink, I still think goes number 2 in a redraft. I think if we're redrafting 2024 right now, based on what we know, it probably goes Clark 1, one of Brink, Cardoso, Jackson 2. I would say probably Brink. Then I think the Sky would still take Cardoso. I think it would basically go the same, except instead of Angel Reese and JC Sheldon would just flip. I think if you were to redraft that draft, that's literally what it would be. It would be Angel Reese would go 5, then you've got 6 in Ilya Edwards, and I think JC Sheldon would go there. I think you just flip those positions. And then obviously that's not counting Layla Khan. Be interesting to see what happens with her. But Cameron Brink was the best shot blocker in the WNBA from day one. Fouled a little bit, but she is a 6'6". She's closer to 6'6", and she is 6'4". Shot blocker who shoots the 3 ball. And if you're looking at her in Unrivaled, some of these workouts, like, it's not like she's doing anything crazy, but like, she's still like 6 months off being back. And you're still seeing like the jump shots kind of there, which is good. And again, like, look, this is just very minor workouts. We've seen some shooting workouts, but like, she is coming back off that ACL tear, which is a tough injury to come back from. And like, the fact that even in these like small situations, like between the legs shooting jump shots, she looks comfortable. That is a big thing, is like, she's kind of staying on her toes. Like, she's not doing anything too load bearing, but still, it's like, to do anything, it's tough kind of almost doing anything. And first of all, the jump shot looks so beautiful. Like, it is such a good jump shot for a big to be able to shoot like she can. Like, that is impressive. But obviously, Cameron Brink saying, I'll be back. She drops an injury status update ahead of Unrivaled opening. And she'd said, Unrivaled's kind enough to allow me to join, even though I'm still fresh in my ACL recovery. I'm sad to be leaving due to work, continue rehab, and need to be in LA. Be back on my girls soon. So obviously, I'm still surprised that a team went out with 5 players. I do stand by that. Like, I think a team going out with 5 was a bit of a surprise. But she was added as a wild card to the Lunar Elves, obviously. But obviously, Nafisa Collier has reacted to it, their teammates. But one of the things she talked about as well, like it's saying here in an article here, that the challenge wasn't just physical, it was a mental journey to accept. It was mental to accept the journey ahead. Since surgery, she's taken her fans along her recovery through social media. Her first steps post-surgery to her gradual progress. She shared moments of vulnerability and strength. Support from her family, fiance proposed during this challenging time has been a source of motivation, reminding her she's not alone in this fight. And that's obviously a big thing. Any of these injuries are as much mental as physical. Like I snapped my Achilles nearly 3 years ago at this stage, and it's like, it's only now that, as far as like confidence on my leg, I'm feeling confident like in where I was before. Unfortunately, ended up getting a blood clot, nearly dying, and I've had lung damage since then. So, you know, it's trying to get and stay in shape with how much I'm struggling breathing on a day-to-day basis it's kind of tough, but it's it's as much mental as physical, especially once you get past the initial improvement, and it's trying to like make certain moves that maybe you weren't able to make in the past. It's sometimes tough to go as hard to the basket. We've seen it with Paige Beckers, how much more hesitant she's become post-injury, even though you can see with her movements that she's 100% healthy, but it is still harder when you're getting injured. But it is like, this is huge if you're a Sparks fan, because look, Cameron Brink is there she's going to be there for the future of your team. Whether, like, I don't know what's going to happen with the Erica Hamby, But like Cameron Brink is going to be your future, I believe, future center. A lot of people think power forward. I think Cameron Brink is a center because I think she can space the floor. I think she could be what Alana Smith was to the Lynx on offense while being a better defender. And I really I thought Alana Smith was like, if you looked at any plus minus, any like of the like a lot of the advanced stats, Alana Smith was kind of the glue that kept that team together. I think she can be a much better version of Alana Smith. Like, there are not that many realistically 6'6", 6'8" wingspan, best shot blocker in the WNBA that can spread the floor like Cameron Brink can, especially on the offensive end. So I think she has that potential. I don't think she's going to be like a 25 point per game scorer, or, well, obviously not that, but I don't even think she's going to be a 20. I think she's going to be like a 17-10. She could be a 17-10 or 4 block type player. Like, Cameron Brink has MVP potential. Like, that is how highly I rate Cameron Brink as a player, because she simultaneously, her style of play can suit with what the old WNBA was, and it can suit what the new WNBA was. She's the type of player that A'ja Wilson really struggles with. A'ja Wilson really struggles with length in general. Like, she really struggled against Camila Cardoso. She really struggled against Cameron Brink earlier on in the year. Like, these like lengthy shot blockers. I didn't see her against the Mercury. I would assume she was just too quick for Griner. But lengthy shot blockers that can move a bit, A'ja really struggled against. So I think you can see Cameron Brink kind of being like the almost next like evolution of the WNBA big. Like, I don't think she'll hit the heights of an A'ja Wilson, but I do think that, and again, sorry, A'ja struggled against Alana Smith too. But I do think that's kind of the peak that she can hit, is much, much better Alana Smith, which is still a top 10 player in the W. Maybe top 5 player. And if you're looking at players under 25, I still think she has that higher ceiling than a Paige Beckers. I don't think she has as high a ceiling as a Juju. But if you're asking me who has the highest ceiling for any player under the age of 25, I'm like, I have put her ahead of, I don't know if I put her ahead of Cardoso. I put her ahead of Aaliyah Boston. I put her ahead of, I don't know what Ryan Howard. I just have a weird feeling Ryan Howard could be absolutely superb. Like MVP level. Obviously not as high as ceiling as Caitlin Clark. I think she's a higher ceiling than Paige Beckers. I think she's got a higher ceiling, probably not in Juju. And then I don't think that Hidalgo, I really rate Hannah Hidalgo. Like, I don't care if she's small. I just think Hannah Hidalgo is going to be, if she's healthy, and I just think she's so freaking good. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are a fan of the Sparks, what do you guys think? You should be excited, because I do think next season, because they're going to have to go for a little bit because they don't have their pick. Like Cameron Brink, an improved Cameron Brink, and improved Rakia Jackson, De'Arica Hamby doing her thing, and supposedly like Satu to to LA is the new one of the new rumors, because they reckon that Dallas would take De'Arica Hamby over any of the other packages the teams are offering. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys.